Hello Leo, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Leo. We're going to start with looking at overall energy through oracle cards first, and then we'll dive deeper into the reading, into the story with tarot as we progress. So let's start by looking at this energy in your recent past. What does Leo need to know about their recent past, about what they've been dealing with? Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Celebrate differences, love matters, gratitude and appreciation with breakthrough, and then higher ground. So this is all about perspective. So there's a difference in where you want to be in your life, you know, this goal that you have for your life, this outcome that you're desiring, and where you're at. So we've got point A, we've got point B, you've been on this journey, point B still feels very far away. And I feel like it's almost gotten you a little bit stuck in the belief that you're never going to get to where you want to go, which is completely understandable, right? When you spend a lot of time pursuing some sort of path or some sort of outcome or whatever the case might be, and it takes longer than you expected, or there's more failures or obstacles than you expected, of course, you're going to start to doubt. You're going to start to wonder, am I ever going to get there? Is this ever going to happen? And I feel like this is definitely experiencing a series of setbacks, obstacles, and challenges, almost like one thing after another that is kind of holding you back from where you want to go. But I don't actually feel like this is to hold you back completely from some sort of goal or outcome. I feel like this is kind of the process of manifestation. You know, the more, because we don't manifest, we don't create what it is that we desire. We create what it is that we believe and who we believe we are, basically who we believe we are and what we believe we're capable of and what we believe, you know, is meant for us. And as we experience obstacles and challenges and setbacks, they provide us with opportunities to show up believing that we are worthy and deserving of the things that we desire. And every single time we show up in that energy, we create it a little bit more. It's a process. It's not something that happens overnight. So I do feel like you've been on this journey, and I feel like you definitely have reasons to be frustrated, because yeah, this feels like an energy of frustration for sure, which is completely understandable. But I also feel that you're headed in the direction of the things that you want. I mean, literally underneath that higher ground was bountiful harvest here. So let's dive a little bit deeper into your current energy here, Leo. Intuition, potential gateway. Ooh, okay. Kind of feels like you're about to catch a break here. I don't know what that means. Catch a break. Almost like obstacles and challenges being lifted. But I also feel at the same time you're probably experiencing, yeah, because you have this vulnerability card too. And then this is the second time we're seeing the breakthrough card. So, and then clear endeavor. It's like the path becomes clear, you know, cleared almost. Like I feel interesting. So it feels like you're coming to the end of a really challenging part of some sort of journey, some sort of process where you start to see things actually happen and progress. About to catch a break. That's what I heard. About to catch a break. Like your lucky break. Like that's what this feels like. Like luck is on your side here. And I do feel like intuitively, I feel like you feel this coming. But I also feel like you might be kind of shutting that down because you've been struggling for so long. And it's like, well, that almost feels too good to be true at this point. But I don't know. It feels exciting. That's for sure. Definitely an indication not to give up on the path that you're on. But let's see what Leo needs to know moving forward. But it's not, one of my favorite quotes used to be, it's like it was something about like, it's funnier how the harder you work, the luckier you are. Like, that's what I feel like this is about. This is about a Leo who's been putting in the work, taking the steps, like kind of on the grind in a way. And I feel like it's going to pay off. This isn't just an energy of like passively waiting for things to happen. This is taking active steps, putting in intentional time and energy into something. And then there's the breakthrough. Yeah. Oh, and look at that. Breakthrough to bountiful harvest. Adventure, gratitude and appreciation, hope and happiness. So this literally is what I said, right? I said underneath this perspective, underneath this higher ground, not perspective. That's where I got the message of perspective, was this bountiful harvest card. And it was like we kept seeing the breakthrough card, but it wasn't coming out. It was just kind of like around the energy. I think it actually came out in the beginning. But I feel like this is like, and then you have this potential gateway, you have this intuition. Like this is like breaking through the obstacles, the challenges, the setbacks, making it to the other side of some sort of, because like with this adventure card, I feel like it's like making it to the end of a journey. Which with the end of one journey is the start of another, right? So I definitely feel excited for you guys. Lucky break, huh? Or maybe just like about to catch a break in general, especially if it's just been one freaking thing after another. I know how sometimes it can literally be like, man, I just wish I could catch a break. But I do feel like this future energy is very exciting. Very, very exciting. All right. Overall theme of this reading for Leo. And like I said, this is like a result of your hard work, a result of the effort you've put in. Balance spirituality and practicality. Look at the bigger picture. And I feel like that's where you're at right now. With this higher ground and celebrate differences card. And then this is the second time I've seen this, a fiery climax approaches, but it hasn't come out. And then, yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal. I mean, that's very straightforward. So with the balance, spirituality, and practicality, like if you're looking around, you might not see any opportunities. You're like, I don't get it. Like, I don't see how I can progress. I don't see how I'm going to get my big break. I just don't see it. I don't think the opportunity is quite yet in your energy field because you do have potential gateway. So it's like this gateway to it is opening up, and I feel like intuitively you are feeling this pull to it. I think you're closer to achieving your goal or to getting to where you want to be than you think you are. Especially if like you feel like you've been kind of taking steps back and moving forward, because that's what a journey is about. It's like 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, and it feels, and then 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, and it's so back and forth, and sometimes it can be really discouraging when it feels like you're moving backwards more than you're moving forwards. But I feel like if you were to look at how far you've come, first of all, you've come very far. You have a lot to be proud of. But second of all, I do feel like you're closer than you think that you are. So don't get so stuck in like looking around you and saying, well, I don't see how it's possible, because I feel like that's what the balance, spirituality, and practicality card is about. Like, make sure you remember that you are being very guided. There are opportunities that you might not be aware of. Miracles happen every single day. Like, there's so much possible for you here. And I think that you'll start to see that as you move forward into this energy. Because yeah, it's like, breakthrough, seeing that in all 3, in your past, present, and future energy, it was very, very telling. So I don't know, but it is definitely exciting. Okay, this is driving me crazy. All right, let's dive in a little bit more. Let's start with looking at this past energy, Leo, through tarot. What does Leo need to know about what it is they have been dealing with? Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Six of Wands. This is definitely some triggering energy. I feel like this past energy is a lot of frustration. Just feeling like no matter, it kind of is giving the Eight of Pentacles in reverse energy, like feeling like no matter how much work you put in, it just feels like it doesn't matter, that you're not progressing in some way. But then you have this Six of Swords, which I feel like sometimes the Six of Swords is like, it's like the journey of kind of like moving from one thing to another. Like you've really been on a journey. Like this isn't just, and I don't think it's been an easy journey. I don't think it's been a small journey either. I feel like it's been a very, it's required you to take a lot of uncomfortable steps. That's what I'm kind of gathering here. But I feel like there's a lot of frustration about not reaching the level of success or the outcome that you desired. And that's absolutely understandable. The Two of Cups in reverse. And I feel like it kind of, that frustration started to get to you, or maybe has started to get to you. Starting to make you feel a little bit disconnected from the things that you want because, or the opportunities that you are hoping for. Which makes a lot of sense. Like I said, like if you spend enough time with something not happening, you're going to start to believe maybe it's never going to happen. But I feel, and one of the things that I've really learned, not just for myself, but just watching other people on their journeys and helping other people on theirs, is that most people tend to actually give up or feel the pull to give up like right before things start to happen. And I think that the closer that you get to like a breakthrough, to things starting to improve, the harder things start to feel, the more discouraged you start to feel, the more overwhelming things start to feel. And I think that I've really learned that to try to view those obstacles or those challenges or those setbacks almost from this place of gratitude and try to look at them and say, this is helping me progress on my journey to get me closer to where I want to be. Instead of, which I think is a very natural mentality, but I think that can sometimes pull you away from your path whenever you look at obstacles, setbacks, and challenges and you look at them as like proof that you can't get there or that you're not enough or you're not good enough or that it's never going to happen for you. But you have every right to feel frustrated, and I'm not saying that at all, but I do feel like this is definitely this indication that you are closer than you think, and you've been kind of putting in this effort that has been happening almost like behind the scenes. And I feel like that's going to lead to pieces coming together, falling into place, like more, like quicker than you think, and almost like more seamlessly than you can imagine. Like satisfyingly almost. Okay, so what does Leo need to know currently? About their current energy. Get this energy of like, it's about time. Oh, Leo, okay. We're feeling a little bit burdened. We're feeling a little bit held back right now. You have this King of Pentacles in reverse with the King of Swords in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse is this indication to be focusing too heavily on temporary circumstances. One of the things that kind of keeps me going on my journey a lot is learning that opportunities can come out of like nowhere. And your life really can change a lot quicker than you think. You meet that right person at the right time, or you take that step, or you get that call that like you got the job, or whatever the case is. Like that can happen at any point. And if you don't see that opportunity right now in your like field of vision, zoom out. a little bit, because I think that more that we like zoom in and we're like, well, I don't see how it's possible, and then we then chalk that up to like, okay, therefore it's not possible, the more we let that self-doubt really get a hold of us. And that's what the King of Swords in reverse is all about. The King of Swords upright is actually one of my favorite cards in tarot, because it gives the energy of like equanimity, which is basically like showing up, knowing your worth, knowing what you're deserving of, knowing that you're supported by the universe regardless of what's happening around you. So even if there are a lot of things that aren't going your way right now, or that feel like, maybe are moving you backwards or keeping you from the things that you want, I actually feel like now is a time to get very mentally tough. And I don't mean that in a sense of like, you shouldn't feel emotional or you shouldn't let it affect you, because that's not realistic and that's not healthy. But, being mentally tough is continuing to show up, continuing to believe, continuing to keep moving forward, like one foot in front of the other toward the things that you deserve, toward the things that you desire, and knowing that eventually you're going to hit that breakthrough. Eventually things are going to start to change for the positive. The only way you can absolutely fail is if you allow yourself to look at failure or loss or setbacks or obstacles or challenges as like a finality of the journey. And this is not like where you're at now. You are not at the end of the journey yet. We saw this in this immediate future energy, that this is the end of the journey. You have bountiful harvest with breakthrough, right? This is the end of the journey, which also leads to the start of a new one. So don't look at where you're at right now as like, this is where I'm always going to be. Don't look at where you're at right now as a destination. Keep moving forward. Not that you shouldn't be grateful for where you're at. I think that that's important, absolutely. But don't get so caught up in believing that your temporary circumstances right now are going to be the circumstances that are forever, because I know things can feel heavy, and I know how burdensome it can start to feel when it just, again, feels like nothing that you're doing is mattering, or that you're not moving forward in the way that you want. But I definitely at the same time think that, like I said, you're further along than you might think right now. And also I think that every single time we are faced with, like I said, obstacles or challenges, that essentially provides us with an opportunity to show ourselves and the universe what we deserve, what we're worth, what we're capable of. So personally, I've tried to take on that perspective. It helps me a lot in facing, sorry, my stomach is growling so bad right now. When facing obstacles and challenges, it helps me so much to look at things through that lens of gratitude, because it makes me remember that there's always a solution. I'm always going to make it to the other side. The universe will always come through for me. The only way that I can guarantee I won't get to where I'm trying to go is if I decide that I can't get there. If I allow, failure, obstacles, challenges to become absolute. What does Leo need to know moving forward? Bountiful harvest with breakthrough. I mean, this is exciting energy. It's very, very exciting. And I feel like it's been a long time coming for sure. It's like I kind of get this energy of about damn time. Like that's kind of what this feels like when it comes into your life. Is that supposed to come out? No? Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. I mean, there it is. Wish fulfillment. Whoa. And it's been a slow and steady process to get there. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Fool. So definitely a new beginning heading your way. And I feel like it's very abundant. It's very aligned with wish fulfillment. And I feel like you've got to remember that it's not, and this sounds a little cheesy, and I know that sometimes like this can elicit some eye rolls, but it's never about the destination. It is always about the journey. And the more that we embrace the journey and understand that that is the process of becoming who we need to be, and to have the knowledge and skills and confidence that we need in order to not just attract what it is that we desire, but to sustain it too. Because you don't just want to attract the things that you want, but not have the skills, the knowledge, or the belief in yourself to be able to sustain it, right? Like you want to be able to, and that's what divine timing is. Divine timing is about alignment. It's about, that moment that you step into the person that you need to be, that you align with what it is that you deserve and desire. And every single obstacle, every single challenge is providing you with an opportunity to be that person. Like I said, to show yourself and the universe what you deserve, what you're capable of. And again, this isn't just saying like, don't let it affect you. Like just keep, be robotic in your approach, because that's not what I'm saying. You're human. You're going to have real feelings. You're going to have real fears. You're going to have real doubts. And that's going to be a natural part of your life and your journey for forever. But you don't have to let those things keep you, you don't have to let those things keep you from playing the game, like keep you from showing up or keep you from moving forward. So I don't know. I definitely feel like there's just this, like, it's like obstacles, challenges lifted, some sort of opportunity appears. With the Ace of Cups here, it's very much aligned with you. It's aligned with your heart. It's aligned with like emotionally what it is that you really desire. And I feel like it, again, has been a long time coming. I get that definitely with the Knight of Pentacles. I know I said it before I pulled the card, but that feels like a little bit of confirmation of that. So don't give up. I don't feel like that's very much a Leo trait anyway, giving up, but don't give up on where you're headed. I do feel like things are going to change for the better. You know, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of my readings like this have been, or a lot of my readings recently have been very like this, like trusting that things are going to change for the better, especially when it doesn't feel like that's the case or you see no proof of that in your current reality. And I get people in my comment section all of the time that are like, nothing ever gets better and life always sucks. And, you know, no matter how hard I try, like things always are hard or miserable or whatever. And it's hard for me because first and foremost, I have a lot of empathy for people who feel and believe that way because, like, obviously they've been through a lot that have affected them in a very deep way, but they're also telling on themselves, right? If you don't think that things can get better, if you don't think you can get there, if you don't think you're capable, if you don't think the universe is supporting you, if you don't really truly try to act from that place, that's going to be what you create. And it's not coming from this place of like blaming you or shaming people who struggle with those beliefs, but giving you a little bit of sense of empowerment to let you know that you do have more control than you think. And I used to be the most negative person on the planet. Like seriously, everything, I found a problem with everything. I was always negative. I was always expecting the worst. And my life reflected that. It was a miserable existence. I was miserable all the time. My mental health was in the gutter. Like I was not in a good place. And I learned that a big part of why my life never improved, why I never was able to attract and sustain healthy relationships or, you know, financial freedom or whatever the case was, is because deep down, I didn't think I could have it. I didn't think it was possible for me. I didn't think that I was capable of having these things, which was a result of what I had been through. So I don't blame myself for that. But, you know, I've really learned that we do have more control than we think, but it's not over what happens to us. It's how we show up when things are happening to us. You know, we get to choose our perspective. We get to choose our belief system. We don't get to choose what happens to us, but we get to choose how we perceive it and how we show up moving forward. And the more that we can show up believing that things can get better and believing that get good, amazing, you know, wonderful things can happen for us, the more we do create them. Not even just because the universe is, you know, responding to our energy, which it absolutely is, but also just like psychologically, if you are constantly coming from that place of faith and believing that things can happen for you, you're going to be more likely to act in ways that align with that belief. If you're constantly believing that things can never improve or get better, sure, yes, you're putting out that energy, but also at the same time, you're going to be more likely to act on that belief as well, or not act because of that belief. So I just feel like you've got a lot to be excited about for sure. Doesn't mean it's not going to be challenging, and I don't want to take away from the challenge that you're going through or like how challenging things are for you, but I do think that this can definitely provide a little bit of hope for you as you move forward, where it's like, even if you don't see how you can get there or where the opportunity is right now, like it is there. It's in your energy. It's in this future energy, and all you have to do is align with it. So if you focus on doing that, on aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with creating a life that you desire, you're going to do it. Easy peasy. Oh no, my plant. Okay. I'm going to hop on over to the extended. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into this reading, looking at what you can do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So really focusing on the tangible advice. Any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Leo, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you. Did I just say that? I feel like in this reading, I don't want to say distracted because I'm very, very into the messages, but almost just like in awe of like how these messages are coming through. So I apologize if I seem a little caught up in them. But anyway, thank you guys as always. And I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. Bye, Leo.